Train Mashup. Are we ready for this? Hi, Marcy. Okay, I think I have everything together. We're going to do shaker cards. Hello again, hun. Somebody had mentioned earlier an angel show. Hi, Tamika. Tamika, what did you do today? I was taking a break and totally missed what you did, and I feel bad. I'm sorry. I saw like the first part of it. Yeah, I'm exhausted, you guys. I don't know. ATC demo. Awesome. I'm writing that down now. Um, it's been a day, guys. I saw that you got the raid from Country Bougie, and then I had to go. So it's an ATC demo kind of day. We are on the home stretch. Yes. And I swear tonight when I do the closing, it's going to be short and sweet. Because, geez, guys. We're going to do shaker cards. I used to teach shaker card classes all of the time, like sold out classes when I was doing the in-person shows or in-person classes. And somebody had asked earlier how to do shaker cards. And I'm like, oh, well, that's easy for me. I can do that in my sleep. And I am kind of in my sleep. So I figured we'd do it. Thank you all for joining. It's been a great 2 days, y'all. Hello to everyone. So welcome, welcome. I pulled out, this is funny. I pulled out one of my old shaker cards. This is from a class that I taught where we cut out the bellies of the penguins and made it into a shaker card. So this is the card that we're going to be making today. And it's just like a little snow scene. Yep, I'm going to teach you how to make these. They're really easy. It's just paying attention to the layers. But I figured why not, right? Let's do this thing. The other thing that I have going on is the commemorative ATC that I do every month. This is this month's, and I did it a little different this time. It actually has a little tag. Welcome in. Gina, thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome to the Artisan Train Mashup, hosted by myself and Wire Weaved Uniques. So, Gina, I'm excited to get that journal. And you know what? I didn't even see that I won the giveaway. So thank you so much for the giveaway. I was multitasking. So anyway, every month I do a commemorative artist trading card as a giveaway. I give one away in my demo show, in my sales show, and then my opening and closing shows. And the other 6 are available for purchase. If you do not win a giveaway, you can actually purchase one. This time, this information will be filled in with the show in which you win it or get it. Thank you. It's it's a mess. And then it actually has Bailey and I's information on it and the train. So if you would like one of those, they are pinned below to purchase, or you can get in the giveaway at the end of my show. So, hello, everyone. We're going to be doing something different today that I haven't done for, oh my gosh, like a year and a half. I'm going to demo making shaker cards. They're relatively easy as long as you, it's like a little snow in there. Anyhow, as long as you get the layers down. And I just want to show you a basic one. This is a more advanced one where it has the things, their little bellies are cut out, so that's a shaker. So hello. That's what we're going to do today. I will run my giveaway at the end of the show, and then we're going to be raiding into Bailey. So stick around for that, my friends. I'm trying to see where I can put all this. I need to flip the camera around and not spill coffee all in the same time. Right? Bougie Crafter, are you going to join us next month, love, on the train? Please? Okay. All right. I'm covering the camera and I am going to move you. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough room without knocking stuff over. Do we got it? We got it. Whew. Okay. I can see chat. All right. I'm going to just mod a couple of people so you don't have to worry about it, Bae. Thank you, love. Yeah, we had a cancellation and could we like not do this to me today? There we go. All right. I got it. We're good. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to move this up a little bit so we have a little bit more view. I'm going to talk a bit about the shaker cards. And there's some, no, thank you, Bae. I would have done it, but I can't raid myself. It's like, oh, that's a thing, right? There's a couple of things with making shaker cards that are very important. Obviously, you need something to go inside of them. That can look a lot of different ways. I have all my old Stampin' Up stuff. So if you are unaware, I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator for over 15 years. And I've been teaching paper crafting for 30 years. So I got a lot going on here. You can use seed beads. You can use the mini marbles. They're like micro beads. There's so thank you, Kimberly. Hi Jamie, how are you, love? It's just you can put pretty much whatever as long as it fits between the layers, it works, right? The thing that we're going to be using, let me back up. Do you see how all that's staticky? I don't want to play with static when we've got a short period of time. So what I decided to use today is, this is one of my favorite things. Let me close, make sure it's closed because I would not want to turn it sideways and not be closed. It's called Diamond Dust and it's not really glitter. It's not really beads. It's just like it's made to look like snow and sparklies. So this is what we're going to be using in the shaker card. The other thing that is important is a foam tape because you need dimension in here. So my favorite is the Scotch foam tape, and I couldn't find a narrower roll, so we're going to be chopping this down in half because you don't really need this wide. It's kind of a waste. I could actually probably cut it into thirds, but that's just going to take too much time. The other thing that you're going to need is an X-Acto knife and preferably a metal ruler so you get straight edges. Now, whatever you choose to put in here is really irrelevant. What the important part is getting all of this down. So I'm going to show you how to get there. And I do have some measurements and I have pre-cut some things. So for a yeah, thank you, babe. This is basically a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. When you cut it in half, you get two pieces that are 8.5 by 5.5. And then when you score it at 4 1/4, that's where you get your basic card size. Thank you for reminding me. I always forget to do that. And it drives me crazy because I go back and watch the YouTube video and it's in the way. Drives me nuts. So thank you. You can always remind me to unpin stuff. All right, let's get the coffee out of the way. Let's do this thing. So what I have done is I have pre-cut some things. So this base size when it's folded is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So we're going to go down 1/4 of an inch for this piece. That is 5 1/4 by 4. The under piece that we're working with is 5 by 3 3/4. I've already pre-cut those. Oh, and then you also need a acetate sheet. And it's really hard to see on camera, but it's just a piece of acetate that is cut the same size as your under. And we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to set this aside. We're going to take this. Literally going to just recreate this card. Sywell, how are you doing, my dear? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. I am doing a demo. We are on the Artisan Train Mashup. Sywell played with us last month. Yes. If you are not following them, please give him a follow. He is a very, very talented glass artist. We're going to do the same thing. I'm not even going to try to change things. So I'm just going to take this stamp. I'm going to recreate this card that we did. Take this. I'm going to stamp my image in a permanent ink. And you want to center it as best as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm stamping it with a jet black archival ink. It's permanent. And that way it's not going to wear off with the stuff that I'm putting inside of there, if that makes any sense at all. So I am going to center as best as humanly possible. I'm holding it down for about 3 seconds. When you stamp, you want to stamp straight down. I hold it for like 3 to 5 seconds to let that ink just kind of soak into your cardstock to get a good image. Bam. Okay. So we're going to set that aside. Now, this is where we get into fun. I'm going to cover this with this, so I need to cut out a window. I made this as simple as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, and I want to mark 1-inch borders all the way around. I'm using my grid to mark the 1-inch borders. And someplace on my desk, I have a pencil in which to write with. There we go. I'm on the back. Nobody's ever going to see this. It doesn't matter, but it's going to give me a cutting line so I know where to cut this. When you get into a more complicated one, there's a whole thing. You can use punches to punch out your window. You can use shapes like I did with the penguin card Um, we actually stamped our penguins and cut out their bellies. So you can get fancy with it, but for the sake of this demo, I just wanted to do the basics and make it as easy as possible. And yes, I worked very diligently to find a stamp that would fit within this area. So I've marked an inch on each side. So what this does is it tells me where to start and stop with my cuts. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife. I am going to line this up right at that edge. I'm going to start at this line and I'm going to cut down to the next line. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and I'm just going to rinse and repeat on all 4 sides. This is how I'm creating my window. Got one more to go. So see how I've just created a frame that's going to go over the top of all of this. Okay. That frame is going to be kind of important because I know what this opening is going to be. What I'm going to do now is I want to, because this has like an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around, I'm going to center this in here, hold it, flip it over, and again, I'm going to take this pencil and I'm just going to make pencil marks on here because I don't want anything to show through my window. See where we're at? Okay. Next up, we're going to put some color in this. I'm using just some Derwent Inktense pencils. These are water, you can activate them with water, and they are a lot more vivid. I didn't do that in my sample, and that's kind of not what we're here for. So if you can use markers to color your image, you can use watercolors, you can really use whatever you want to do this. I just wanted to get you all the basics. Yes, ma'am, always. I just wanted to get the basics of what we're doing, and this seemed to be the easiest image I could find that doesn't go into a lot of detail. 2 seconds to color this, you know? And I'm doing it sloppy, I understand, because quite truthfully, people aren't going to really be looking at your coloring skills. They're going to be looking at all of the pretty sparklies shaken away when they move your card. That's the thing. I love the ink tints. I use them very frequently. It's just a whole thing. I'm just going to throw some other color in there, make it a little bit more vivid. Okay, there we go. That's good enough. All right, this is where the fun part comes in. This is what is going to make or break your shaker card, okay? So I'm going to take this and I want it to go on either side of this opening. Every side has to touch, and that is very, very important when making shaker cards. The other thing is cutting this tape down really kind of sucks, but we're going to roll with it. So it's very, very sticky. And I am using a pair of scissors that are non-stick. Thank you, Moody. I do. I've been teaching for so many years, Moody. I have so much stuff. Um, so when you're cutting it, if you kind of bend it up so it doesn't catch on your scissors, it makes it a little bit easier. But it's still going to get all sticky. So just warning you, even with non-stick scissors, it gets sticky. Okay, so it does. So I'm taking the straight edge and I am going to put it, yeah, they're Teflon, right at the edge of where I drew that line. Okay. I'm overlapping. You can still see my line. See? You can still see the line. Someplace in this disaster. Here we go. We have an eraser. I just want to lighten these up a little bit so they don't happen to be seen once we're done. We're going to take the other one, again, putting the straight edge, not that crooked edge that I cut, right on the outside of my line that I drew. Pushing that down. Excuse me. So here's our tricky part. You have to have tape between these two pieces. If you do not, and you have a hole, all your shaky stuff is going to fall out. And that is one of the biggest mistakes that people make when doing shaker cards. Come here. Thank you. Is that they do not get all of the corners sealed. So I've made a little snip where I need it. Oh my gosh. And again, I'm going to take this, cut it in half. And you see how it's just sticking to everything? Do they even make these? I know I have these are older than dirt, guys. Do they even make these anymore? They've got so much paint and stuff on them. And mind you, these are clean. Oy vey. Okay. Well, sorry guys. I have all the old school stuffs. I'm old. So again, I'm going to take my straight edge and I don't want to go over my line, but I want to make sure that it's pushed up against this one that I just put down. And see how it's a little bit too big? I did that on purpose. There's no holes here. So I'm going to take this and I am going to snip off the tiniest little piece so that fits in there tight as a glove. No gaps whatsoever. That's important when you're making shaker cards. If you have gaps, your stuffing will fall out and you will be very dissatisfied. Don't go over this line because you don't want your tape showing through your window. So we're going just a little bit outside of that line. Again, I have that little itty bitty gap there. I am going to, this is a badge of honor. Okay, thanks. We're going to cut the other direction so you can see what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing. So see how that almost looks like it's going to be too big? I'm just going to squeeze that down in there. And what that does is it creates a really good seal. And I'm going to throw these sticky bits away. So you want to make sure that this is pushed down very good. A car. What? Bohemian Plus, what did I miss? It's like a vintage car. Some days I feel like a vintage car that backfires every time. Anyway, long story short, I'm old. So we're going to take this, okay? Now, this is what I will suggest. When your sun wore out, right? Take your other side off before you put this in. Because if you have filling in here and you go to pull this and it catches, you're going to fling stuff everywhere. No bueno. So I'm going to take this off. And here's the thing. You don't want to get this on your sticky because then it's going to create a hole. So you need to have this pulled off to get your guts in there, but you also don't want to get anything on it. So it's kind of a catch-22. So be careful. This is the part that can make or break your shaker card, okay? I'm using a tiny bit. I do not want to get it on there, and I'm just dumping it in the center. I'm going to smush it down just a bit, making sure nothing is on my tape, okay? Because if it's on your tape, this is not going to work. The universe was speaking to me. I was just trying to get you out of the room for Thanksgiving. Hayes, are you being silly? So here's where we take our acetate. Our acetate is cut the exact same size as this. Now, if I had those beads and I went like this, that would like static straight up to this and it'd be a pain in your butt. To eliminate that, get your little embossing buddy and rub it over it and it will eliminate a lot of the static. Okay? That's for future if you're using something else. We're going to line this up. And we're going to lay it down. We're going to push, tape that all together. Everything is sealed. And you have a shaker card. So this is where you want to test, is anything falling out of your gaps? If you have any holes. And that is legit how to make a shaker card. However you decorate it from here is totally up to you. But it's that simple. Right? So we have this. Oh, we need to stamp a sentiment. We're not going to stamp a sentiment. So with this, I would lay this upside down. I like to use the, what do you guys call it now? It's like a uber double-sided sticky. I know you got a red line tape. Thank you, Ames. That's not what we called it. But you want this to be centered. And remember, you have that extra edging there, so none of this shows. So you're going to want to put your red line tape down here because this is plastic. Should I show that part? I'll show that part. I have 3 minutes. Oh crap, I need to start the giveaway. La la la. Come on. No, ma'am. Where is my giveaway? Oh, for God's sake. All right, this is going to be a quick one, my friends. You gotta love it. If I misspelled anything, I apologize. I'm like on the fly doing this. There. This is for a limited edition ATC. I make only for the raid trains. They will never be available again. I know, right? Just send it to me. Julie, give me 1 second. I'll show you. And you can screenshot it. This has the train. It has Bailey and myself. And your information will be filled in right here for whatever show you got a card from. I'm really proud of these. This was really awesome. So it has a little pocket with a tag with all of your information. It's your train ticket. The guts are it's diamond dust. I don't even know if they make this anymore, honestly. I have no idea. I've had this for years. The other thing that you can use is seed beads. You can use what we call micro beads. I don't know, they don't have holes in them. Thank you, Tina. So I'm not sure. They may. Let me see what's the date on this. Doesn't have a date on it. Nail art stuff works. Anything tiny that will stay within here. Crap, we've got 1 minute. So basically, to show you what this does, this is like uber sticky tape. I'm putting it up here because I don't want anything to show through this window. Okay. Bailey can wait a minute. She'll be fine. Bailey, if you can hear me, I'm sorry. I'm having issues today. The giveaway is for a limited edition ATC. You can either win the giveaway or you can purchase one. And they will not be available after today. Bam. Awesome, Mary. Thank you. Thank you for your purchases. So you peel this backing off. And this stuff is like ridiculously sticky. This red line tape is something that you don't get any do-overs. Wherever it goes down is where it goes down. Okay. No two ways about it. See how that is? We are going to center this over this piece. We are not going to, oh crap, I can't see. We're not going to drop it because if you do, you are going to be in trouble. Push it all down. And we made a shaker card. Bam! And it's 3:30. We did it. Think glue dots exactly in a strip form. Everybody in the giveaway that wants to get in there. It is for a limited edition ATC. Good luck, everyone. I'll do another one tonight at the closing show. Who is it gonna be? Maria. Congratulations, my friend. I'm very glad you won that. Let's go see what Bailey's up to, my friends. Thank you all. Thank you for your purchases. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in about 4.5 hours for the closing show. Oh my gosh. Love you all. Have a blessed rest of your day.